In recent time, you all will agree with me that it has become increasingly difficult for registered nurses to move over to the UK to become UKRNs. But what if I tell you that the UK is still one of the most easiest countries for registered nurses in Nigeria to move over to? Today, we're going to be discussing the self-sponsorship route, which is most likely the most feasible way for you to move over to the UK to become a UKRN. Because of the low funding going on with the NHS and the UK workforce in general, hospitals are now cutting down on the number of nurses they can sponsor. So why not sponsor yourself to get your dream job and become a UKRN? Today we're going to be discussing all things self-sponsorship, and I have here an amazing guest, so let's welcome him to the channel.
Thank you so much, Dio. I'm really privileged to be on your channel today. You are doing a wonderful job. I must say kudos to you. I commend your effort. Thanks so much for the quality information you are actually feeding your audience with. A lot of persons have been able to see the light as a result of the information you do serve out there. My name is Otai. He's a representative of EMGS, Express Med Global Services, a company that is saddled with the responsibility to make life easy for professionals who actually aim to thrive or put their career further abroad. So we want to make impact, we want to bring relocation to people's home, and we want to actually relocation in people's pocket. So long and short, EMGS a company that want to make positive impact.
Thank you so much. And I went through your website. It is amazing. I've read testimonies. I've seen videos. Guys, like, you guys, you just need to sit down because you're going to get so much information from this video and probably make your relocation dream come true, because this is going to be very loaded. So do you want to tell us about the self-sponsorship route? Just give us a brief idea on what it is.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. So basically, we are dealing with self-sponsorship now. We are dealing with the context of nurses. So the whole self-sponsorship thing is nothing new. Doctors have been doing it. There are quite a lot of professions that are into it now. But today we are focusing on narrowing it down to the nurses. So at the moment, everybody knows that unfortunate messages is flying around. It's quite difficult to get a job. It's not as if it was 4 years ago or 3 years back, and quite a lot of things. So there's a popular saying that when the music changes, the dance step has to change. So people have to necessarily navigate to suit the new thing. So that's where self-sponsorship comes in. So we are talking of the context of OSCE self-sponsorship, which is Objective Structured Clinical Examination. The second version of the CBT that nurses oftentimes we have to come to the UK to come around. So prior to this time, most of these exams are paid for, are sponsored, and taken over by the trust. But at the moment, because of lack of funding, because of a lot of team competition and all, and also a lot of persons have smashed the OSCE by themselves, so it is more or less mandatory or more or less very, very essential that everybody takes the bull by the horn and do the work for themselves. So if you are able to move from your own country, haven't smashed your CBT, and then you can come to the UK to write your OSCE, that simply means that you have self-sponsor yourself for your OSCE, which also automatically will qualify you to become UKRN, and we make you entitled to UK PIN. And once you get that PIN, quite a lot of things changes. So you become like a Sotaigwe, you become like Nurse Dio, because I know that Nurse Dio was once a UKRN before.
Oh, I'm still a UKRN.
You see? So long and short of it is, you are registered in your home country, you taking the next step of writing your CBT, you might have written your IELTS, and then you go further to write your OSCE, which is only written in the UK. Whether you are from India, Nigeria, Ghana, African countries, or wherever. So you come to the UK and write the exams, and that's the long and short of it.
Okay, so for someone that is ready to go through the self-sponsorship route, like they are ready, what is the step-by-step process, like from first thing they have to do to like till they get over to the UK?
Actually, as far as self-sponsorship is concerned, the very first step is you have to be registered in your country. Whether you are from Ghana, you are from India, you are from Nigeria, wherever you are from, you have to first and foremost be a registered nurse, because this pathway is for nurses. It's not for any other profession. Other professionals do have their pathway, but this is for nurses. So provided you are a registered nurse, whether you are a BSc registered nurse or just an RN, you are actually qualified. Whether you are a mental health or a midwife, you are actually qualified for this program. So all you just need to do is take the first step of writing your CBT. You have to do your verification with your NMC. Verification simply means you have to show to NMC, which is the body regulating nurses in the UK, that you are actually a registered nurse in your country. It's more like a sort of a collaboration between your own country registering body and a UK registering body. They will validate and be sure that you are truly a registered nurse that you said you were. Now, having gone through that process, you will be given the opportunity to go and sit for your CBT, which is the computer-based test that nurses need to pass through before going ahead to determine whether they are ready to come for the next stage. Now, having passed your CBT, there are other exams you necessarily may need to write. You can choose to write IELTS or you choose to write OET. The IELTS you need to write is academic IELTS. There are two IELTS. There is the general IELTS and then there is the academic IELTS. So you are basically concerned with the academic IELTS. And the band score usually, as at the time of making this video, is a parallel of 777 with 6.5 in writing accepted. So overall band of 7. So there's also the option of combined results, which will not be dwelling so much on this session. So you have two options: either you are writing IELTS or you are writing OET. So when you are able to get these two exams in check, then you know that, okay, these boxes are ticked. So the next stage will now be the aspect of self-sponsorship, which is going to the UK to go and smash your other version of your exam, which is the OSCE. Now, for the OSCE exam, there are process, there are stages, there are steps to getting it done. If you are already in the UK, it's much easier for you because you don't need to go through the rigorous process of trying to sort your visa out, trying to be concerned whether you have visa approval, and so on and so forth. But the first step we always say is prepare for your OSCE. It's an expensive exam. You don't want to test on it. You don't want to waste your time. And mind you, you only have 3 attempts to write this exam. Otherwise, you will start all over again. You want to give it your best shot so that you don't end up delaying your PIN. So if you can be able to take the next step of preparing for your exam, after preparation, you can now take the next step of applying for visa. So if all these things are sorted, you are good to go. You come to UK, smash your OSCE, and I believe it will be your success story. And you get your PIN, you are UKRN, you apply for jobs, you get your jobs, and then you move to the next phase of your life. And it's now your responsibility to say whether or not you want to bring your family or not. Actually, there are so many news flying around now with the new UK immigration rules, but as far as nurses is concerned, it doesn't necessarily affect the nurses. There are a lot of persons that might be watching this video and they are confused and saying, oh, but I'm just an RON holder. I've said that you have to be a level 6, or they said that you have to be RQL level 6 before you be able to move further. Does this affect me? Does this not affect me? Don't bother yourself. That is not for you. As long as you are RON, your qualification is a degree equivalent of the UK nursing. So you basically have nothing to bother about. Just follow the process and we'll be able to hold you by your hand. I think when we are dealing with some of our essential services that will be tailored to support you, you will be able to know how to navigate your way as far as this process is concerned.
Okay, so when you say support, how can you support someone? Because at the end of the day, there is no employer. So most people going to the UK, they might not even have any friend. Like, they are very clueless. The only thing they want to know that they want to become a UKRN. So how can your company support someone from Nigeria up until the UK?
Thank you, Nosdio. Wherever you are maybe seeing this video, whether from Nigeria, Asia country, Africa continent, whichever, EMJS wants to hold you by your hand. We are detailed in what we do, and we want to support nurses. It's part of our vision that every family deserves a representative abroad, and we are very, very keen on making that happen. So remember what I said before, the first step in this journey is to be registered in your country. So once you have finally become registered, I skip the part that you need international passport if you are applying as an international nurse, except you are already in the UK. So the whole journey from the very first start to the end of it, EMGS usually will be there to hold you by your hand. So EMGS services start from the IELTS part, where you will need to be tutored, quality tutorial. E necessarily target people that say, oh, IELTS is impossible to smash, like it's too difficult. You know, those people that say, oh, I've sit for it so many times. So we say, come on board, we hold them by their hand, we give the classic unbeatable tutorial. You can pass your normal exam. If you can become a registered nurse in your home country, certainly to smash IELTS shouldn't be a problem. So we hold them by their hand, support them, and make sure that they are able to smash their IELTS, whether it's general IELTS you need or academic IELTS. If alternatively you say, oh, it's not IELTS, I want to go for OET. OET is easier for me because I'm a nurse. It's much more tailored to support me. EMGS is also there for you, and we do most of our tutorial in such a way that it will be here to support you. Like whether you have a busy schedule or you don't have a busy schedule, there's even a one-to-one tutorial whereby you will have a tutor assigned to you to necessarily follow you up and support you from the very start of the process to the point where you have eventually be able to smash your IELTS and you have your required band score. Now, leaving that aside, the next will be the aspect of the CBT. Mind you, whether you are writing IELTS, CBT, or OSA, you can write any of this exam in any order. But we usually recommend, since IELTS most times is the most troublesome, smash IELTS first, then you proceed to the next phase, which is the CBT. Now, CBT is written across countries, and most countries usually have a center where they write CBT. The beautiful thing about our lecture is it's all online based. So you have tutor assigned to you who will be able to hold you by your hand. Nurses who have also worked their journey, and they follow you through, and they ensure that you are putting in your best of effort. And once you are able to smash that, it will now be the next phase of your journey. Now, before you even think of coming for your OSA, we do have a visa department that helps you to organize your visa process to ensure that there is no issue of refusal. You know, one thing that is very, very common now is people will put in all the effort, they will study for their OSA, and before you know it, they will start having issue with visa denial. At the end of this video, the link to the EMGS channel on Telegram can be pinned to the description of the video. It will go a long way to helping in guiding others. So we literally guide you for the whole visa process. We recommend you hold a one-to-one consultation where we are able to look at your account, show you some of the little things that you need to take care of before going to apply for your visa. So while you are preparing for your OSA, you are equally doing justice to making sure that your account is suitable for every process along the way. And whenever you are ready, you come for your OSA. We also have a wonderful package for our people. So far, testimony have been endless everywhere. ENGS has been spectacular in positively impacting professionals and helping them to achieve their all important relocation dream. I will also try to share some of those testimonies with you because there's a popular saying that seeing is believing.
Hi guys, my name is Bisola and I am a product of EMGS OSCE class. I would say that my friends and I, we went in for our exams, we sat for it and we passed in one sitting.
I want to say a very big thank you to EMGS family. Thank you for allowing my dreams to come true. Even after living bedside nursing for years, you still made it happen. God did it through you.
Hi, I'm here to talk about the almighty EMGS. My first encounter with EMGS was during high IELTS, and trust me, I smashed it in one sitting at 8.0. Moving on to CBT and then to the almighty OSCE. I registered for the online class and physical class, and everything was worth it.
For their OSC, we did it in such a way that it is classic. Beside the fact that we hold you by your hand from online teaching, we equally have the physical assessment center available in Nigeria and the UK. Maybe I will dwell more on that later. These are some of the packages we have to be able to support the client. And after this journey, we don't just leave you there. We do understand very well that you need to get your job. So we have the CV department that helps you to revamp your CV, irrespective of where you want to go, whether you are going to UK or you want to become Australia ROL like you. So we will be able to still support you with a classic CV that when you look at it, the recruiter will say, yes, this person is coming from the right source. So we support you in drafting the appropriate supporting information if you need that as well. And then after that has been sorted, we now move you to the next phase, which is the job application department of the company. There are a lot of things going on at the moment. People have busy schedule. People have a lot of things going on with their life. And as a result of that, they may not be able to be applying for job by themselves. So the company also have an arm that equally supports you in this area to ensure that no stone is left unturned. We don't want to hear that, oh, I've done my self-sponsorship, oh, I couldn't secure a job. So we want to hold you by your hand from the start to the very end. And if after you have be able to follow through us, the job application arm, you end up a securing interview. We've also come to realize that people come to us for job application, and after multiple application, they've now gotten their interview, and then when they go for their interview, they go and flop. So nothing is more disheartening after putting in the effort. Yeah, so you don't get the results. So that's why we also have the interview preparatory arm of the company. So what this arm does, basically, they hold you by your hand. They do one-to-one interview preparation, and intermittently, we also organize free interview preparatory webinar where we are able to guide people through, let them know the do's and don'ts. And we also equally have a platform on Telegram. A link on this will be added to the description, strictly for past questions. Whether you are going to UK, Australia, Canada, all you just need to do is, if you have a job in those trusts, just go into the group and search the trust name. And you will see that people have shared their past questions relating to this trust before. And then you'll be able to gain insight. You'll be able to get information that can further guide your preparation. There's a popular saying that past questions will help to sharpen your implement. So when you have the past questions, it kind of guide you as to what others have done before, and it will also help to enhance your preparation. Now, if you have not done this, you are successfully able to navigate your way to system or to UK. We say congratulations. But there are quite a number of audience listening right now that may not necessarily be in for UK. They say, oh, UK is not my thing, Australia, US, I want to be like Nosdio. So if you want the face that look like that of Nosdio, you need to smash your NCLEX, and sometimes you may also be required to write your IELTS. So EMGS equally are there to hold you by your hands. We have a classic NCLEX tutors that are just there. They are what they eat and breathe is NCLEX. They do nothing else. They want to hold you by your hand. There are different packages, irrespective of your busy schedule. There's one-to-one package, there's a group lecture, and from start to the very end, we make sure that you are the key focus. You are able to achieve your dream. You are able to smash your NCLEX, and you are able to realize that your all-important dream of USRN, UKRN, or Australia RON or Canadian RON, as the case may be. So by and large, EMGS holds you by your hand. I also know that there are quite a lot of nurses that theirs is not NCLEX. They want to further their career, they want to study, they want to just get to the highest of the band. So that's why we also have the study abroad arm of the company. Now, for the study abroad arm of the company, it's also divided into two parts. There is the scholarship part, where we are able to guide young professionals as it relates to how to gain scholarship and what are the training scholarship for US. And most of the scholarship are usually from the US. So we hold you by your hand in that regard. So if you are not going for scholarship, you are just in for coming to the UK or going to Canada or Australia to go and study, we also have the study abroad arm of the company. And in all this, for the flight booking, everything that as it relates to your journey of becoming international nurse, EMGS is there, top-notch services. And we also have the certification department of our company. Maybe you want to acquire some relevant certifications such as ECG, BLS, and so on and so forth. The company also hold you by your hand and say, come, you need not worry. We train you in a few months and ensure that you are ready. You will take some certain exams. We also partner with some very relevant company to be able to ensure that you are very, very well fit and globally recognized. So that by the time you present your document and you present your CV out there, people will see it and say, yes, let's prioritize this one that has done his or her due diligence. There's a popular saying that no one gets lucky, that luck is just a product of preparedness and you just being ready. So if you are not prepared and opportunity comes knocking, you can never get lucky. So if you are lucky, it means that you were prepared to grab an opportunity. So if you follow through every conversation I make so far and you want to be lucky, I think you know what to do, and it's just to reach out to EMGS and we'll hold you by your hand as far as this whole self-sponsorship journey is concerned. We want to be a part of your success story, and we are genuinely interested in helping people to achieve all that important relocation dream.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna put a link towards all these services under the comment section so that you can just click and utilize the service. You don't have to struggle. But anyways, if you are full package, let me be honest, like from everything you've said, start to finish, you don't even have to think about any stage at all. Like, you people are actually full package, and I love it because at the end of the day, you don't leave anybody hanging in one stage or the other. From one stage you have the next, which is really, really good. But I know all this sweet talk, there should be disadvantage now. Like humans as a whole, we like to hear good things. It's okay to hear good things, but we also want to hear the disadvantage of all your services, or like what's the pass rate. Like, give us something that we should be aware of so that we don't get taken by surprise.
So as far as EMGS is concerned, what we always say is when you come to us, just put your mind that, okay, you have come to the final bus stop. So I wouldn't say there is any disadvantage as long as you cooperate with us and we also cooperate with you. You are bound to receive a positive testimony. You will see, even in the course of this video, you will see that a lot of persons that might have used our services might be in your comment section to also express their gratitude, because wherever EMGS go, testimony flows. That's just how it is. And all through our journey so far, we've been able to support myriad of professional nurses to be able to achieve their relocation dream. As far as self-sponsorship is concerned, it does have its good side and it does have its own bad side, which I will classify as advantages and disadvantages, because whether we like it or not, there are always good side and a bad side to a coin. Now, the good side of it is the fact that the issues of our unfortunate messages will drastically drop down. So you will see nowadays, even if you apply for 100 jobs, you're most likely going to get 100 unfortunate feedback. But with self-sponsorship, those challenges more or less cut down. So you will be prioritized by your employer. Just imagine two persons are applying for a job and one has done his or her due diligence and has passed the necessary exam, while the other one has not really moved further. So what will you choose? You would rather choose the one that will relieve you of the burden. So that is one advantage of self-sponsorship. Now, another advantage that people don't usually prioritize is the part that it gives you freedom. Now, what is that freedom? You know that as a nurse, if you are sponsored by your trust, you are actually given certain period of time to work with your trust. And if you choose and say, okay, I am tired, I want to move elsewhere, you have to pay back. But with self-sponsorship, it literally means that you have already taken the expenses upon yourself, you have done the due diligence, you put the burden on yourself. So if you somehow you are working in the trust tomorrow and you don't like what you are seeing, the environment is not the sort of environment you want to thrive in, you can just wake up and say, okay, I'm moving on with my life, I'm moving to the next trust, and nobody will be charging you for anything. So literally you have that all-important freedom. Now, there is also the drawback of self-sponsorship. The biggest drawback is what we usually call financial difficulty. And it's not just financial difficulty. Financial difficulty as a result of not planning properly. Because as far as self-sponsorship is concerned, people think it's really very expensive. Yes, expensive is relative. But if you work with company that wants to hold you by your hand, you will come and realize that it's not as expensive as you think. There are just some certain things, strategy to use to navigate through the process, step by step to follow, and ways to plan your journey. If you want to become a nurse, nobody just wake up and is now having nursing certificate. There are step by step you follow through. You study, you wrote certain exam, qualifying exams before you eventually go for your nursing council. So that is literally how self-sponsorship is. If you follow the steps while you are preparing for your OSC, you are building your account, you are taking the necessary steps, you will see that this whole process is easy. That's why we have a consultation department of EMGS. When you come to that consultation department, we break down the whole thing for you step by step. If you don't have funding, we tell you, okay, this is what you can do to be able to generate the funding to make this happen. Because we don't know how long this will last. Before, it was easy for people to get job, and when you just apply, you get offer. Sometimes you have 3 offer, 5 offer, 6 offer, and then you start even making choices and you start being selective. But nowadays, the case is a bit different. It's no longer as it used to be. So we don't know what the future holds. That's why we are preaching the message now to those who care to listen, that this is the pathway that is available for nurses now. Take advantage of it while you still can. If you don't know how it is and it's complex to you, there's an EMGS consultation department. Join the Telegram group, seek for opinion, ask for customer care's number, and then they will be able to provide you with this our consultant. What they basically do is they support you through a step-by-step process. They look at your financial situation and try to devise ways to be able to ensure that you are able to meet up. Now, some persons, they just see this video now, they will not even take their next step. It's too expensive. How can you say it's too expensive when you have not even done your due diligence to know? What if there is other way? So through that consultation, you'll be able to know whether there are other ways how you'll be able to take advantage of it, and so on and so forth. And then once you are able to do that, some of the disadvantages that goes with self-sponsorship more or less vaporizes. So that's basically it as it relates to the angle from the self-sponsorship part of it. That's it.
Guys, don't worry, me, I've done my due diligence. There are services that are very, very affordable. Like, I don't want to use the word cheap for not a nice word, but like you do IELTS classes. I saw $10. Is it my phone that was tripping?
Yeah,
That's the
no, not your phone actually. So that's what everybody always say that
wait, genuinely, how do people make profit? Because what's $10? I cannot imagine. Guys, time is money.
Yes, definitely. That's what everybody says, that our services are super affordable. So we know that we are dealing with the people in diaspora and we want to make an impact in their life. We also know that if we say, oh, you are supposed to pay $100 for this, there are some persons that will never be able to afford it. So when people come to us, our duty is to overwhelm them with quality, because our vision as a company is quality services will begot quality experience, and every family deserves a representative abroad. There are some families that don't necessarily have that funding to be able to support their journey. I got a testimony recently, I wish I can attach it to this video, and it says something like, thank you, Mr. Taigbe, through your quality services, I was able to achieve my UKRN dream. I, the daughter of a poor farmer, here I am in the UK. Like, I was so marveled. To some other person, they may see that as nothing, but for me, it means a whole lot. If our services was very, very expensive, I'm sure that people like that may not have been able to take advantage of it. So we try our best to come to people's level, support them as much as we can, help them in achieving that their all important dream, and we are both happy at the end of the day. So that's it.
Honestly, like, that's just the best, because if you look at the salary of registered nurses in Nigeria, you're just going to want to do everything free for them because they are suffering. Okay, so how long will this whole process take? Like, I know everybody's timeline is different and depending on how quick you can pass your exams and all that, but definitely with EMGS you will be able to pass your exam in one sitting, so it will limit the time you spend in writing IELTS or OSCE. But what's the average timeline for this process for someone that's looking to start?
Okay, so it's basically will vary from individual, but I would say estimated 4 months. The reason why estimated 4 months is because quite a lot of things to consider. Number one would be issues with whether your visa account was planned before. You need to plan for your visa, and you also need to take some quality time for your tutorial while following through with EMGS. So by and large, let's say estimated 4 months, all this whole journey, it is all done and dusted. And when you come to UK as a visitor for your exam, you have 6 months to be within the UK system. You visit the consultation department of the EMGS team. They'll be able to hold you by your hand as far as this whole journey is concerned, step by step, not just the step by step, everything you need to do to ensure that there's nothing like visa refusal. I know that there are some of your audience that are actually here listening to this video now, and they've been in the UK for a very long time. Now, they were originally registered nurses in their home country, but they are now stuck with HCA. Yes, it's not bad to be HCA. You are contributing tremendously to the UK system. But as far as is concerned, I do believe that you started your journey to become an RON. So we can also still help you to navigate your way back to becoming your original dream, which is the UKRN. So whether you are listening as an HCA who is a nurse from Nigeria, Ghana, or Zimbabwe, or even from India, EMGS want to hold you by your hand. Or maybe you came in for your MSc program and you were originally a nurse. Now you are now looking for how to navigate your way back to becoming UKRN. Come over, we'll be able to support you. We want to be a part of your success story. We overwhelm you with quality, and then you begin to spread the good news to others. That has always been the story of EMGS. Quality services begot quality experience, and every household must feel the quality.
Thank you so much. Definitely, it's important for you to keep your eyes on the goal. So what's the nature of your tutorial and how does your whole services work?
Okay, so for the self-sponsorship, basically we have 3 classic packages. We have the package that has to do with the general classes where everybody are able to learn and able to get acquainted with OSC. You get everything as it relates to the OSC. But we also know that there are some persons with a very busy schedule. Now, because of this busy schedule, they may not be able to follow along with the general public. So we have the one-to-one session. So with the one-to-one session, you have a one-to-one assessor, nurse assessor, people who have also smashed their OSC, UKRN. They will be along with you, following you up, holding you by your hand step by step until you are able to get it all right, and then you are able to smash it. And beside this, we also have another package, which is the physical assessment. Currently, EMGS have a OSCE Physical Assessment Center in Nigeria, yes, and we also have a physical assessment center in the UK. The beautiful things about our physical assessment center is you don't just get quality delivery of classic assessment, you equally gain availability to accommodation. So you practice night and day, 24 hours. So our accommodation is there. You have all the basic necessity, washing machine, fridge, Wi-Fi, everything is there for you. So your own is just to focus on your study. So that assessment is one way. But we usually recommend follow the online lecture first so that you get the basis. By the time you come to us for the physical assessment, you are literally there to gain insights to be assessed by our assessors. And then when you go for your exam, you know that you are going there to smash it. We don't want to hear that because you are not used to equipment. That is why there is an issue. There are some persons, they are coming from Zimbabwe, they are coming from Kenya, but they've not used certain equipment that is being used in the UK. So because of one single mistake can cause somebody to pay again. So the cost of our physical assessment is way cheaper or more affordable compared to the cost of receipting your OSC. So you have to make the right decision, which is come to the physical assessment, get acquainted to this equipment. When you are coming, come with your full stuff, whether you are utilizing our center in Nigeria or the one in the UK. And we also make it strategically located that even the one in the UK is close to most African shops, most Asian shops, so you can literally buy everything you need, and then you stay in the accommodation and practice night and day. Tell me, what would be your excuse why you will not smash it?
No reason.
And achieve your UKRN dream. So we are basically there to support nurses, hold them by their hands. Whether you are a nurse listening to me now, or you are not in the medical profession, or you want to use our study abroad and or the company, EMGS literally want to hold you by your hand and be a part of your success story. So that's it.
What's the location in Nigeria and the one in UK?
Okay, so for the one in UK is located in Liverpool. Now, some person may be wondering why Liverpool, why not Leeds, why not Northampton? So the reason for Liverpool is because it's literally within appreciable distance to various OSC centers. If we are in Leeds, we'll be far from different other centers like Ulster and so on and so forth. Whichever center you choose, you will be happy that, okay, you can still be able to navigate your way to your center and smash your exam. Now, for the center in Nigeria, is located in Festac, which is more like the heart of Lagos. Now, for that, Festac is very close to the international airport in Nigeria. So, by the time you are coming
Once you finish, you just jackpot.
Yes, so before you finish your whole journey, just come do your training. From there, boom, you will be able to achieve your dream. And when you are there, everything is all available for you. More like all in one. Our accommodation available. If you want to share room, if you want to stay alone, everything is available. You practice night and day at the comfort of your home. So EMGS basically makes things easy for you as a professional. So we want to make the whole journey as easy as possible while the route is still available, because we don't know how long this is going to take before the whole route closes. We don't also know how long it's going to take before more routes open, because as far as I'm concerned, there are quite a lot of doors also opening for nurses now for other countries. US is currently undergoing through retrogression, and if the retrogression reduces, a number of nurses will be vacating the UK and they will be going to the US. And Australia is disturbing the UK at the moment with their new pathway. Come to Australia, come to Australia. A lot of nurses will be moving from UK to Australia. And this will also open vacuum. And when recruiters are recruiting with all this opened vacuum, they are going to be looking at those who have their PIN, those who are ready.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you will be the one that is lucky because you have done your due diligence. Remember what I said before, luck is a product of preparedness and opportunity coming together. So if the opportunity comes knocking and you are not prepared for it, you cannot utilize it. So now the opportunity is there, utilize it to your advantage, and you will not say there's any excuse. Centers is there in Nigeria for Africans that want to utilize the Nigeria center, and then there's a center in the UK. And we also always put people that are of low financial background into consideration, despite the fact that our services are superbly affordable. We equally make even the physical center in Nigeria even much more lesser to better suit those coming from diaspora. So I think it's all in all no excuse why you should not be able to achieve your dream. We want to make it possible for you, and that is where EMGS comes in.
Honestly, I want to say thank you for all your services, because if I remember, my employer was great. Like, they put me through everything. But I wish I had this kind of services all through. Like, you know, when someone that has like the same background with you puts you through everything, you easily understand and adapt quicker than someone that doesn't understand where you come from. Like, you setting up a center close to African food. Tell me, what else? What else? Someone come from Nigeria, they will miss food already. So you setting that up is very strategic. So honestly, your services are amazing, and it is one stop. Like you said, it's the final bus stop, and I honestly believe it. I want to say thank you so much for coming on my channel. You've been so helpful, all the tips, and even if we've not even paid for your services, all the tip you've given, if anybody's wise, they'll be able to use it to kickstart their journey. Like, you are a wealth of knowledge regarding this whole process, and I believe a lot of people will reach out to you. Guys, I'm going to leave the link under the comment section. Please use the link and access all these services. Like I said, I've gone through the website. The services are very, very affordable. Very, very affordable. So, like, there is no excuse, okay? I want to say thank you. Do you have any other final words for my audience?
So add? Just to quickly add, if you want to contact or reach out to EMGS, the customer care will be displayed on your screen so that you'll be able to reach out to us on WhatsApp. Also, the link to EMGS Telegram channel will be available on the group description. EMGS services is available on Seller. The link to the Seller page will be dropped on this description. Through it, you'll be able to access our services, irrespective of your country. You can be able to make payment for our services, and then you gain the quality that you have always hear me talk about. So with that being said, we watch out to seeing you. Book a session with us, and let's hold you by your hand and be a part of your success story. The train is on the move. You have the option of either jumping in or watch the train move by. So you make the decision. It is
The ball is in your court.
so play the game right, and we wish you success, and so hopefully you will be the next UKRN. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Guys, don't forget, subscribe, like, share. And when you go back to EMGS, guys, mention my name as the person that brought you. Okay? Guys, if you have any other question, please ask under the comment section. I will be happy to help with any other clarification you need regarding the services or any other question in general you have regarding the whole UKRN process, self-sponsorship. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all later. Bye.